Welcome to the Huddle Podcast. It is December 2nd at 9 p.m. at night. It's a Tuesday, and boy, oh boy, was football played.
Happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate over there. Obviously, ours was forever ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nor do we actually care about Thanksgiving.
We just care about the football. Let's be real here. Oh,
yes, 100%.
So much good football.
Going into this week, we talked about how these games sucked. Like, there was not a lot of fun matchups this week. So we'll go in order from the Thursday night games on Thanksgiving Day. We talked about them already a little bit last week, but I think it'd be a good idea to kind of touch on them again, and then we'll be skipping over a handsome amount here, and I'll mention you as you go for the teams, the fans of teams out there who aren't going to be talked about. But let's go back to the Lions-Packers game. Obviously, the Packers beat the Lions. A lot of playoff implications from this game. They beat them 31-21. Jordan Love had a 4-touchdown, 0-turnover game. Goff played fine. Like, there was nothing really off with his game. They just didn't do enough to win. My biggest thing is, what does this mean for the Lions if they miss the playoffs next season going forward?
I don't think too much changes, to be honest. If they miss the playoffs, this is a strong case of not having all the guys out there, as well as getting used to 2 new coordinators, which I don't think either one's going anywhere next year. They're obviously not performing at the level they did, but I think just getting that groove back into shape, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. This is like the clear reason why it was David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs last year. I feel like they need to stick back to the splitting reps thing. I've talked about this a fair bit amount on other podcasts. The Lions just got to figure out where they go without Ben Johnson and getting healthy. Like, everyone being on the field is so huge for that team. And J-Mo looked fantastic in that last game, but where's he been the entire season? Like, it's been all Amon-Ra. It's been Amon-Ra and Gibbs. Use every weapon. You have to use every weapon in that offense. That's why you have a guy like Goff, who I don't think anyone would consider as a game wrecker quarterback. Like, without those wide receivers, running backs, and the tight end in Laporta, which he's out for the year. The one thing I would say is they need to bolster their offensive line again, get it younger. But they're still going to be a on the verge playoff team next year.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think they like this is the biggest step back I think they take in the next 3 to 4 years. Like, if they even this year, I think if they miss playoffs, it's going to be by a game in a strong division this year. Like, it's only because the Bears and the Packers are going to go to the playoffs.
And the Bears and Packers had the 2 easier schedules among the 4 of that group. Like, this year has been, who are you playing? Because if we look at the playoff picture right now, if you would have showed me this last year, it looks fucking insane.
Yes.
Yeah,
this is also
crazy.
A team that can go 10-7 and miss the playoffs. Like, that's probably what we're looking at, is a team that will go 10-7 and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, they need to also, like, there needs to be some part of their team that looks decent down this stretch. I mean, they basically, the rest of their games are playoff games. They're playing Thursday night against the Cowboys. That's a playoff game.
That's a must-win.
The rest are must-wins because you need the 49ers to drop one.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even the Cowboys are looking for that spot. If the Cowboys win out and the Niners drop one, the same thing happens. The Cowboys can slip in.
Yeah, and Panthers are not going away yet. Like they're
No, I
still there
agree.
with a winning record in the hunt.
I do think if the Panthers make a move, though, it's going to be overtaking the Bucks for the division. I don't think they'll slip into wild card. As on top, sorry, I just want to add to the Lions thing. This is kind of a Goff situation. I think it's if you take away Jahmyr Gibbs, like obviously he's had some unreal stat lines this season, where he's had multiple 3-touchdown games, multiple 200+ rushing games. If you can hold him to under 70, 80 yards, they're not winning games. When they try to put it on the back of Goff, and Goff is a good quarterback. I think we all agree that he's a good quarterback. They're just not getting it done, especially playing outside. I think they went 0 for 3 this year outside.
And they have the Bears outside again to close out the season. So.
Yeah, which is an issue. Yeah, the whole reason I asked that was just because 2 years ago, we seen that they were in the conference championship game. Last year, they make the playoffs, but they lose in the first round they play. And now this year, they're in a very tough spot to potentially miss the playoffs entirely. And, they still have a great roster, and I do believe in Goff. I like him as a quarterback. They do have all the pieces on offense. Their defense has a lot of pieces, most of the time injured. But
Arnold's out for the year.
Yeah, and I want to make it clear, I like Dan Campbell, but it is kind of a weird situation right now. And I think that most of the problems are in relation to the coaching, not head coach, but offense coordinator and defensive coordinator. Because a change like that in a season is dramatic.
It is.
When you lose
Perfect
both
example,
the play callers.
A perfect example is Philly's gone through this, where they went to the Super Bowl, got a new head coordinator or offensive coordinator. Offense looked stale. They waddled into the playoffs, then got bounced, got a new offensive coordinator, won a Super Bowl. This year, they got a new offensive coordinator, and now they're limping into the playoffs, and their offense has not looked the same with all those pieces. So,
and it's when we were told that Dan Campbell was going to be taking over play calling, the whole focus was on, okay, well, how's it going to look under Dan Campbell? But nobody really talked about the fact that, well, why are they even making that switch in the first place? Why does Dan Campbell want to take over the offensive play calling?
Because he had to do something.
Exactly, right? So that to me is probably their biggest issue, because I don't think that they're playing games bad. They don't have enough to get by these other teams, or the scheme to get wins against these tougher teams.
They've been also coming from behind in a lot of these games, where it's like it's tough to dig yourself out of that hole when you're down by a score or 2 scores early on.
And it's crazy to say it about the Lions, but the last couple of years they've been used to blowing out teams. Like,
yeah,
they aren't close games when they win usually, and they have been this year. So that is a difference as well.
Yeah.
Packers look good. It's weird seeing the Bears at the top of that division, but
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know. It's even more interesting because the Bears are at the top of the division. They should be feeling fantastic, and then they have to play the Packers 2 times out of the next 3 weeks, who have been their absolute boogeyman. I don't think any Bears fan would tell you they feel super confident about the team until they beat the Packers. So to me, this is their biggest test that the Bears have had this year. Besides Philly, obviously, I think Philly was a huge win for them, but I really think splitting with their boogeyman is huge for them.
Well, I think it's obviously Packers have owned the Bears, but just bringing it back to the Packers, I think it's a big challenge for them too to beat the Bears like even once. I think.
No, I don't think so.
they've been up and down all year. They have losses to Carolina. They have losses.
Carolina
to
beat the Rams, who we all
Browns.
said was the best team in the league. The Browns have one of the best defense in the league. There's two bum teams this year. There's only two. There's the Raiders and there's the Titans. Everyone else is either bottom half mid and can win any game, or there's no who is the best team in the NFL. I think we all would say the Rams probably still.
Yeah.
But they lost to Carolina. Carolina's not a bum team anymore. They just aren't. I think you throw the Saints in there, but they've kept it close with everyone too.
I do know what you're saying, Carson. Like, this is obviously the Bears are leading the NFC right now. They're at the top of the NFC, not just the NFC North. Like, obviously that's a good team if that's happening. Like, they're good enough to be there. They're good enough to beat Green Bay. I think Marsh is right, though, in the sense that you're going into Lambeau against a team that has just destroyed your franchise year after year after year. And the Eagles win was amazing. But if they can get over this hump of beating the Packers, like, that team's thinking Super Bowl.
Well, they were 1-1 against each other last year. And that
last season, their season was done by the end of the year.
I'm just saying, like, the Bears are definitively better than last year. I wouldn't say that the Packers are much better than they were last year. We all expected them to go to the playoffs and everything. They might be better, but they haven't made as big of a jump as the Bears has.
Well, I mean, and I'm just gonna say on that jump, sorry to cut you off, but like going from dog shit to playoffs and then going from missing the playoffs by 1 or 2 games to making the playoffs, obviously it doesn't look like that big of a jump, but it kind of is.
Yeah, I don't think the Packers are bad. Yes, they lost to Carolina, but we all just said, like, we're finding out Carolina is not what Carolina was last year. It's not even close. Carolina is a frisky team. They can, pull out a win any given Sunday. And the Packers, they have a loss to the Eagles. They have a tie to Dallas, who looks amazing right now.
Browns and Panthers.
I think Browns is their only actual bad loss. I think losing to the Browns is a bad loss. It's a great defense. They held you to low points.
I think losing to the Panthers is a bad loss when you score 10 points.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Sometimes this offense didn't click, but I think this defense is so on track now because
they're getting hot at the right time too.
It's December football, and they're starting. The last 3 weeks they've looked great, and right now is when it matters the most.
Carson, would you rather be like your team is turning it on right now? The Texans are turning it on right now. If you guys went 6-0 and then lost 6 straight, I think you would feel awful about your team. But going 0-6 or whatever, and then going 6-0 to make it your team 6-6, you feel a lot better about your team. Like the Packers finding their footing right now.
Yeah,
is where I think.
Well, the Bears, if I'm not mistaken, to that argument, the Bears are like 7-1 in the last 8 weeks.
I agree. I agree. They're getting hot,
and they have. The reason that I think that they're scarier than most teams think, and the reason that I think they could probably. I mean, now we're just talking about next week's game at this point.
That's fine.
But they have the second best rush team in the NFL. The Eagles, who we consider one of the best rush defenses in the NFL, or defenses in general in the NFL, got ran on. They had 284 yards, 2 100-yard rushers against that Eagles defense. And going into December football, when it's cold, like, that's a good thing to be good at, rushing the ball. Caleb Williams didn't have a great game or anything, but if he can mitigate turnovers and they can just run the ball well like they have, I don't think that it's a shootout scenario against a guy like Jordan Love, who was very up and down.
I don't disagree with what you're saying about the Bears. I think the Bears are in a great position right now. I do think they're going to be really good, especially come this cold season, because they can pound the ball. They've done it the last, 5 weeks now? Like, since our game, they've been running down the throats with 2 different running backs. It's been great. I think what Marsh and I are trying to say is this is the big brother. Like, this is really the test of can we beat the guy who always just
for sure.
picks
This
on
is
us?
the Bills playing the Chiefs in the playoffs. Can they get over the hump?
Yeah,
Oof.
this is just one of those wins where, like, if you see this, if Bears fans see this win, if they go into Lambeau and can get this win, I'm thinking Super Bowl.
Yeah,
If I'm a Bears fan, I'm thinking Super
that's
Bowl
all we're
immediately.
saying. Like, I wouldn't. My jaw would not drop to the floor if they beat the Packers. I think it's going to be a really good game. I genuinely
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Packers have had their number.
Bears
Historically,
are
that's for
1-0
sure.
in 2025 playing the Packers.
All right. Chiefs Cowboys. It was the second of the triple header on
baby.
Thursday
Let's
night.
talk about this, baby.
This is a beautiful, beautiful game. So the Chiefs lose 31-28 to the Cowboys in Dallas. Mahomes wasn't the problem here. He had 4 touchdowns, over 280 yards. He played a good game. Can we finally eliminate the Chiefs?
No, we cannot. We can't.
Nope.
I'd love to. I would love to. But they play you guys.
When is the elimination game?
You
Listen.
have to kill them this week, and then they're dead.
Because
the Texans
if they come
have to
this
kill
is
them.
the elimination game.
Yes,
because if they come out and beat the Texans, and then in 2 weeks they beat the Colts, now we're talking playoffs again. Just like that, in a snap of a finger. The Texans have to win this game, not only for you guys to be able to make the playoffs, but to just fucking dump on the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we are all Texans fans this week, bro.
Yeah.
We're going hard for the Texans this week.
I like it.
Let's
go, boys.
Both hate each other this week.
Yeah.
We are pro you. This is Carson's week in a way.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's very true. So the next 5 games for the Chiefs to end out the season is Houston,
Tough
Chargers, Broncos,
Tough game.
Raiders, and Titans.
Easy.
So you just talked a second ago about the 2 bomb teams in the league. They do play both of them, coincidentally, the Raiders and the Titans.
That's why I like those are 2 wins on their schedule.
Yes.
Like,
and I honestly, the way the Colts are looking at the moment, obviously we can talk about that, but the Colts the last 3 weeks have not been natural, and so that's also a winnable game. Like them not making playoffs is riding so big on losing to the Texans.
Yeah.
I think
because
if they lose to you
I
guys,
think the Texans have the best chance at beating them. I genuinely think that.
I agree.
Out of the remaining schedule, you mean?
Yeah. Like the Broncos will keep it close. It'll be a 1-score game. And the Chargers Herbert might be done for the year. So like
Yeah.
I mean, so it's you guys. You guys finish them. Take old Yeller down back there in the Houston hot sweating sun and put this son of a gun punch balls down.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I mean, we'll talk about that game tomorrow, but I got a lot of confidence in them winning that game, to be honest. I mean, that's the thing. Okay, so let's say they easily win Raiders Titans. They're 8-6. Even though those don't coincide with each other, like with the actual flow of the weeks. Let's just scratch those as wins. They're 8-6. Then they have the other 3 games. They have to win 2 of those. And they already lost to LA and Denver, and with the Texans playing.
What do you mean?
The
They have to win out. Carson, they have to win out. Hope the Bills lose out.
They can lose one game, but it can't be to you or the Colts. They can lose, and that's just giving them a chance. If they lose to you or the Colts,
sorry, you keep saying the Colts. I just want to refresh. There's 5 weeks left, and they beat the Colts 2 weeks ago.
I thought they played the Colts.
I did think they played the Colts. No,
not you guys.
Up next.
No, the Chiefs. The Chiefs played the Colts.
No, but the Chiefs beat the Colts already.
So how can they play again?
They don't play again.
They don't play?
It's the Chargers, Texans. You said the 2 shit teams.
It's you.
I have the list right here. It's
just
Houston,
Texans,
LA,
man.
Chargers,
Broncos.
Denver Broncos, Raiders, and Titans.
it's just the Texans then. They're really keeping them out of playoff. If they can beat the Chargers, which I think they can, and they beat the Texans, they're in.
What are the Chargers are in playoffs right now though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they are.
Like
They're the 6th seed.
What are we?
the 7th.
7th.
Oh, I hate this. You better give us this win this week, Aiden.
I don't think so, bro. We gotta save that for tomorrow. We gotta save that for tomorrow.
We're talking
Yeah, okay.
about the
So this is crazy. So the Colts go from leading their division to now technically they're losing, and the Jags are the 3 seed. The Bills winning
much.
this week against the Steelers bumped the Ravens up after also losing to the 1 seed in there. Like, if we're looking at this playoff picture seriously, the Jags and Ravens are the 2 teams who honestly could end up not winning their division. The Chargers, Colts, and Bills are all 3 teams who could get bounced. And the Texans, it goes Texans, Steelers, Chiefs are all on the outside, following the Dolphins and Bengals. Somehow the Bengals are still technically in this.
Yeah, the Bengals are just playing for a home game right now, which is insane to think about. Because they're not making wild card, but they can win the division. Which, like, football, man, I love it.
That's ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. Oh, I'm
goodness.
center screen. There we go. Yeah, I mean, oh my God, it's so
You guys see this?
disgusting. You know what my least favorite team in that AFC bracket is? The Ravens. Like, that division in general, Aiden, I would rather see your team come back and win this division at this point, because I cannot stand the Ravens 6-6 at the 4 seed. It's brutal on the eyes, given how they've played. And we'll talk about that game here in a minute. But that's
the Bucks 7-5, and where are the Panthers 7-6? Like,
it's only 1 game, and they play each other.
And they have not played each other yet. They still play each other twice. It's gonna be interesting.
This might be the one year where it's like 4 playoff spots on each side could be decided by the last 3 to
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like last year
100%.
we went in, and I think like there was maybe 3
6
playoff
of the
spots.
teams were essentially locked
in
the
right?
AFC.
The Bills had clinched their division by now, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the Pats are only, a game away?
Pretty much, and they got the Giants next week, so.
Yeah.
They have an easy schedule. Fuck those guys.
Well, I'm honestly, the only reason why I'm kind of like somewhat fine with not winning our division is like coming in second, like, which also could bite us in the ass because like we could end up playing the Ravens second. They could also finish second in their division, but like I wouldn't mind having some like playing only 1 or 2 good teams.
Like next year, you mean?
Like next year, our schedule will be easier. Now, whether or not what happens with the Chiefs changes almost everything, because if the Chiefs finish second, then there was no point in us finishing second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are. What are you guys back? You guys are back 3. Yeah.
We have.
No, it's done for the division, I think.
Yeah, the Patriots would have to just absolutely crumble.
Well, they would have to lose 2 and then lose 1 to you guys for you guys just to be tied.
I think they still have the Jets left. Like, it's not.
No, it's not. I know they have an easy.
It's not even worth talking about.
Yeah. Just seeing the Patriots, Broncos, and Jags at the top of the AFC mentally discombobulates my brain a little bit. Just thinking like Drake May, Bo Nix, and Trevor Lawrence. These are the guys.
Yeah.
Those are the guys. Like, that's insane. Last year we had Mahomes, Allen, Lamar.
Drake May is fine.
Yeah.
The other 2, get out of here.
I didn't even realize. What week are we in right now? 14.
He's going
We're
into
talking
14,
about
yeah.
the Patriots have a bye into Buffalo at home. And then they close out the season at Baltimore, which whatever, at Jets, and then Dolphins. So it's like the Patriots, if they were like, they're playing to knock the Bills out of the playoffs almost. But anyway, we got completely sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all good. That's all good. But yeah, just bringing it back to the Chiefs there. You're saying after this week, if they lose to the Texans, that's when they are out of playoff contention. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be a big game.
Unless teams have like some dramatic fall, like the Bills lose out, the Steelers lose out, the Chargers lose out. Like, yeah, you would almost need 2 or 3 teams to lose out.
Yeah,
or drop 2 of their next 4 type deal. Like it. So I don't know. Be the hero.
Yeah, be the hero.
Okay. All right, let's get to the last Thursday night game. Bengals Ravens. Now, before you get all happy and jumpy and Aiden, prior to this week and Joe Burrow coming back, when the news came out, you were, I don't want to see him play. Well, guess what? You guys doubled your chances of making the playoffs from 1% to 2%. Has this dramatic jump changed your opinion on Joe Burrow starting?
Sadly, yes, it has. I'm ecstatic now. I mean, I mentally was like, just sit the guy, obviously, get a better pick. But just watching Burrow play, whether it's for a playoff spot or if it's just for the love of the game, it's so much better watching your guy be out there. I feel like I have a warm hug inside of me when he's on the field. Like, it's just so much better to watch, bro. Wait. No, I'm believing right now. Look, if the Bengals can win out, anything can happen. Just control what's in front of you. Anything can happen.
I can't go 0 for 3. I had Carson 2 weeks ago. I had Ohio State this week, which is you. And then I'm going to Buffalo to play you. I cannot have that. We'll sidetrack that for tomorrow. That's a little teaser, little teaser for tomorrow. Everyone, let's let Bengals fans enjoy this moment.
Oh. Look, the road for the Bengals is not that complicated, to be honest. This is all that has to happen. For real. Just listen before you start.
It's not complicated. Just go into Buffalo, beat Josh Allen, just keep
the
winning.
Bengals have to
just
win
out.
Yes, it's look, they have to beat
Buffalo. You know, I will personally go on that field and sack and twist Joe Burrow's fucking toe.
They have to beat
before Buffalo? I let you guys beat me.
Thank God he said toe. They have to beat Buffalo, the Ravens, Miami, Arizona, and the Browns. Okay? That's who's remaining on the schedule. 2 games. 2 tough games. It's doable. Okay? Then the Steelers have to lose 2. Preferably 1 to Baltimore. They've looked like absolute donkey asshole. They can easily drop 2. They have to play.
I don't know. I think the Steelers are pretty good.
They have to play the Ravens, the Eagles, and the Packers and the Lions. Like, they can drop 2 of those, and then we just need to beat the Ravens one more time and them to lose 1 other game in their next 4. It's easily doable.
Okay, well, the NFL playoff predictor has your team, like I said, with a 2% chance to make the playoffs. I want to just go around here. What are our personal percentages, like, in terms of if we think the Bengals are going to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
I will say it jumps like 20% for me if they beat us at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it right now? Your personal percentage?
2%.
2%. You're keeping them at 2%. Okay.
I'm sorry, but what are they? 4-8? Like what are we doing? Like I hate to be that guy, but like, and I was giving Aiden his spotlight, but like you beat the Ravens, which is I was fired up, I was happy, I was cheering for the Ravens. We were all together watching that game. Like, don't get me wrong. You beat the Ravens. The Ravens suck dick this year, dude. They won back the first in their division by the Steelers losing.
Look, bro. Burrow's 3-0. All right? Burrow's 3-0.
Dude, I'm game for the Bengals to make playoffs
The
somehow.
problem is you can't just be 3-0 when you're in week 14.
Hey. Shooters got to shoot.
Listen, I'm all for positive Bengals talk. We've had our fair share of negative. I feel like we've had 10 weeks of negative Bengals talk. But
yeah. Roughly.
They beat the Ravens, who look like dog ass. And I don't know, like
prior.
If Flacco wins against the Bears, which apparently now the Bears are good, so whatever, or the Jets, which were 2 winnable games, and they had 6 wins instead of 4, I think I would feel a lot more confident with Joe Burrow coming back.
Big difference.
God.
But
if they were 6, yeah,
they would. If they were 6-6 right now, they'd be winning their division. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that, bro. I'm going to go back into a depression.
God. So listen, let's enjoy what we have right now. We have the Bengals just beat the Ravens at home, which I think was a stacked against them game. For you guys to get the Ravens in Baltimore on Thanksgiving night, like it feels like every night game that you guys play the Ravens is in Baltimore. Does it not feel that way? Yeah.
Every prime time we've had against them in the last on Thursday night too. 3 in the last 4 years on Thursday in Baltimore.
So let's just enjoy the Bengals winning and Joe Burrow being back, and Joe Burrow looks good, and they did it without T too. What's the rumor on T? Is T coming back?
It sounds like he should be back for the Bills game.
Okay, well, tell him to take a rest and come back the next week, and then listen. Right after we play you guys, I'm back to like being go Bengals. I want you guys to make playoffs, but like we need this win badly. We need it worse than you.
Okay. Well. On that note, Aiden, what's your percentage?
He's like 25%, dude.
And the reason I say that,
where does the extra 4% go? Joe Burrow's toe? Like, you're fine.
I mean, so much. Like, I have more confidence in the other 2 teams being shit than obviously the Bengals winning out. It is a ridiculous thing, even with Burrow back in it, for any team, really. But the Buffalo game is by far the biggest one. If you can beat Buffalo, I think you can go beat the other 4 teams for sure. But if you can beat Buffalo in Buffalo, my confidence level will go to like 45%.
I have an even better stat for you. The Bills, the last like 5 games have gone big win, loss, big win, loss, big win, falling onto Cincinnati, but they haven't had me there hammered going
it will feel so good, and I'll feel so bad at the same time if we beat the Bills and Jake's there, especially knowing like
I didn't feel bad. Felt great.
If the Bengals win, it's still a hard path to playoffs, but just taking a win away from the Bills could completely screw them out of the playoffs.
Yeah. I will give them a 13% chance.
We'll take it. That's higher than 2. We'll take it, baby.
Carson,
I think
you're supposed to be the man of reason.
I still am. I have no faith in either of the teams above them, just like Aiden said. Like,
okay, so let's kick it. Let's kick it to Baltimore then, because this is the Baltimore game. We'll save the Steelers for after. Where do you guys see What is the major issue with this Baltimore team? Because at the start of the year, it was their defense not being able to hold in, and towards the end of the year, it's been their offense not being able to keep up. And Lamar looks hurt. So what do you guys think is a major factor for the Ravens?
I think that it's a lot of this recently has been Lamar. Okay, and
Yes.
everybody's talking about how, like you had just alluded to, Jake, he's injured, and that very well could be true. Like I looked
Oh,
up
it is
some of his.
100% true, dude. Don't make me be
Well,
the
and
Lamar Jackson defender.
no, I got you right here. I'm going to defend him right here.
Okay.
His rushing stats this year compared to last year on a per game basis. Okay, so first of all, he's averaging 3 less attempts. In the 2024, he had 8 rushes a game. This year, he only has 5. He was averaging last year 53 yards rushing per game. This year, he's averaging 29. And then on a per attempt basis, it's almost 7 down to 5. So all that is lowered. He's rushing less. He's rushing for less yards, and he's rushing for less yards each run.
I don't think we're
And
trying to convince anybody. I think I do think majority of the people, even the media, has spoken about. I think everyone thinks he is hurt still. He's not. Obviously, he's not hurt enough to not play. But he's definitely playing through some type of injury. He's hurt his knee, his ankle, and his hammy this year. Like obviously his body is beat to piss.
This is the biggest gripe on Lamar, being like, I don't know if he can do this for, you know what I mean? Remember 2 years ago when he was hurt?
Yeah, no. The thing is, like if you play that style of game and you're not 245 pounds like Josh Allen.
Yeah, 6'5".
If you're not, built like a fucking brick shithouse, then your
Banging.
body is going to deteriorate. It happened to Cam. Cam got old. His game slowed down. And I'm not saying his game's going to slow down in the same way, because Lamar is a great passer. And there was a lot of balls in that Bengals game that were lucky on the Bengals' behalf. Likely almost had a touchdown.
well,
was
listen
stripped at
too.
the
Like
1-yard
that's
line.
the other thing is
It
like
was stripped
Lamar.
at the yard line.
It wasn't all Lamar's fault. Like his stat line is bad, but like if you watch some of the plays, Trayvon Walker drops a huge pass. There was the fumble at the goal line by Likely. Flowers had another fumble. Like there was things that happened that were out of his control.
Exactly.
And did he have the 2 picks? Yes, absolutely. Those fall on him.
And one wasn't his fault. One was tipped at the line.
Exactly. So it's not like
It's just weird seeing them play that type of game against the defense that we've known for the entire year.
And it is not like over the last 3 weeks, the defense isn't good by any means, but they haven't been the worst, which is just it's nice on your eyes. And against Baltimore, we blitzed twice as much than our average this year. We got to the quarterback more times than we have all year. We had more big packages on the line than we have all year. Like they're trying new things on this defense. Is it fucking way too late in week 13? Yes. Like why weren't you doing this in week 5? No idea.
Yeah.
But if they can figure out something that works now to bring into next year, especially like DJ Turner is playing as a top 3 corner in the league statistically. He is a top. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy. In almost every category, he is top 5. In every category, he is top 10. Like he is statistically amazing right now.
They're
which is
doing
kind
this
of crazy
without their pass rusher too, right?
This is no Trey Hendrickson. This is no Stewart hasn't been out there. Murphy's been somewhat stepping up. He was our first round pick a couple years ago. And go ahead.
I was going to throw it completely off, so if you want to finish your thought, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, if the defense can play at a mediocre level, as we've watched the last 3 weeks, and hold teams to 20-ish points, 24 points, and our offense can just keep producing, I don't see us slowing down, hopefully.
If you guys go undefeated but miss playoffs, Zach Taylor.
Honestly, if we go undefeated, make playoffs,
win a
playoff game.
Miss.
No, I know. I'm saying even if we make and we lose the first playoff game, I think he's still gone, dude.
Okay.
I think that all this would prove if we went out here is it's been Joe the whole time. You know what I mean? Like Zach, I don't know. It's been 3 years. It will be 3 years in a row. It's time, right? It has to be time. You have a Super Bowl offense with a defense that needs fixing. You have to. It's time to rotate the doors. He's not the same coach you need.
I don't hate that take, man.
If they win out, by the way, just a side point, they would have the same record that they did last year. But
Kind of crazy.
Realistically, the Ravens obviously have a better chance of making the playoffs. But I just want to ask you guys, if they make the playoffs by default, like, are you giving them any shot right now? Like in the first round, I think they get bounced immediately.
Carson, if they end up playing the Jags in the first round, would you feel that way?
Right now, I'd probably take Jacksonville, to be honest.
If they end up playing the Chargers in the first round, would you feel that way?
That's a tougher one. I mean, they could.
If they ended up getting Buffalo in Baltimore on the first round when Buffalo beat them earlier by
taking Buffalo
some miracle.
I'm just saying. Too. But I do. That is a big point. Is no matter who they play, if they make playoffs, they're playing at home that first game. Like that's huge.
Yeah, which is a big thing for them. Yeah.
Like if somehow the Steelers end up sneaking in, but they're, you know what I mean? It really truly depends on these last 4 weeks are the biggest 4 weeks for like 20 teams in the NFL, which is great.
Awesome.
More like 15, but like 20. Like because somehow the Jets are technically in the playoff hunt.
Well, yeah.
The Dolphins are in serious contention for a playoff spot.
Kind of. A team would have to collapse to multiple
We've
teams.
Seen it before.
Agreed. I 100% agree.
Anyways, let's move on, boys.
All right, Bears, Eagles. This is a Friday night game. I don't know why they celebrate.
No, it's a Friday afternoon game.
Yeah, Friday afternoon.
Black Friday.
That's what I said.
It was played at 3 it was played at 3.
What did I say different?
You said
Friday night.
Shit.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. No, it was a Friday day game.
I don't know. I feel like Black Friday.
It was a Friday afternoon. Okay. Bears.
It was a 4 p.m. slated time. We got bumped from the 4 p.m. game this week, Aiden.
Know what's crazy is if Burrow announced his comeback a week earlier, it wouldn't have happened.
I know.
At least like
Bears beat the Eagles.
Yeah, sorry.
Bears beat the Eagles. Does this final result say more about the Bears or more about the Eagles?
Eagles.
I think it's a pretty even split here.
Wow. Mr. Fun Take. Please indulge us.
Your ass might fucking be bruised by the end of this fence sitting.
I know, damn, eh? Oh. I mean, the Eagles, like you mentioned it earlier, Carson, the Eagles are someone that we expect to have a good run game on both sides of the ball, really, on defense and offense. Good against the run, good with the run, and they did neither this game. Like, they're showing that they can be beat by running the ball down their throat, which they haven't been in the past. Before, you had to beat them in the air, and it's hard to do when you have great corners as well. Hurts played a pretty good game. AJ Brown got his targets, but they couldn't get anything going on the ground. And I do think this shows that the Bears are a real team now, for sure. Like, I think all of us look at the Bears and you're like, all right, I can't just make fun of the Chicago Bears because they're what they have been. This is a legit team that has a real chance this year, especially, you again mentioned it earlier, being able to run the ball in cold weather. This is the season for it. You play Smash Mouth football. This is the time.
Can I read you the Eagles' last 4 games? coming off of their bye.
Please do.
Win against the Packers 10-7. Win against the Lions 16-9. Loss to the Cowboys 24-21 and loss to the Bears 24-15. It's kind of clear the offense is the problem here. But like contrary to what AJ Brown has said, it's not because they're not throwing it enough. It's because they're not running it enough. Saquon doesn't look at all what he looked like last year, man.
Yeah.
And whether that's their offensive line to blame, whether that's the play calling, whether that's scheming, who knows? Philly fans are booing them, which is a Philly thing to do. If you play for Philly, you know.
Yeah, that's just bad.
I
just
really
bad
do
fans.
think it's great. I think teams are scheming against Philly pretty well now. I think if you really focus on the run and you're like, all right, yes, they have 2 all-stars out there at wide receiver, but we're going to put them in man coverage with a high safety.
And put some pressure on Hurts to make the throws. Yeah.
If you put pressure on Hurts, it's going to come down to that. If you can stop that run game. Because, yeah, before they were getting chunk play after chunk play by runs. They were getting 7 yards. And if you can stop that from Philly, who has been known to drain the time and put up the points slowly, if you can stop that from happening and either make them have to score quickly and give you the ball back, or just make Hurts throw in general, this is a beatable team. The Bears also showed that you can beat the tush push in this game. They
alternate take for you guys. Finish your thought there, and then I got something for you.
I was just gonna say they stopped the tush push at one from what is it, jumping diagonally at Hurts coming through. Like I do think the tush push is gonna have to be banned after this year.
It'll be gone.
Yeah.
Do you think Philly is purposefully looking like shit right now, especially getting the tush push stopped, so they can have one more year of it? Just give me one more ride.
I don't hate the take. Listen, I don't hate the take. But if they get into playoffs, which I was like, they will get into playoffs, but they gotta go back to it in playoffs, right? They have to win these playoffs.
Well, yeah, but like,
will that have the
tush
effect?
push get beat a couple times.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's kind of fun.
Well, I will say, Jake, to be fair, like, I don't know, last year was like top 5 topic in like the general NFL conversation. The tush push, because it was so unbeatable and everybody was talking about it. This year, nobody's talking.
They were talking about it at the start of the year when the Eagles were winning. Now, nobody's talking about it.
No.
Yeah.
So, you could be right. Who knows? It'd be funny if it doesn't get banned.
It would be funny. And then they'll
say
just
that.
roll next year.
They're just like, fuck it. Tush push every down. They draft only offensive linemen.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think that this says a lot about the Bears. You know, they had already come off all these wins, and it was like, wow, great. Like, they were probably the most underrated 8-win team, including over the Eagles. And now they have a solidified win on their schedule that they can point to. And that's coming off of, like I said, I believe they're 7-1 in the last 8 weeks. So, they've been playing really well. And this just adds to that even more. And now they take the 1 seed and separate themselves even further from Detroit, which, if you're a Bears fan, that's what the goal should be right now. I know that they play the Packers, and we'll talk about that tomorrow, but like,
they got one more game against the Lions too.
Yeah, and 2 teams are going to make this, make the playoffs from this division, I think. And I think 3 are going to make it from the NFC West there with the 49ers, Rams, and the Seahawks. So right now you're just trying to get as far away from the Lions as possible, in my opinion. So,
oh, I think it's more Packers. You're trying to get as far, like, you play the Packers twice. You play the Lions once. The Lions basically need to win out, and then a miracle to happen.
I mean, I don't. Does it have to be a miracle?
It doesn't have to be a miracle right now, which is why I'm saying, like, if they beat the Lions again, that's a bigger win to me than beating Green Bay.
No, it's always going to be Green Bay.
They're 2 wins ahead of them, though. Like,
if you asked any Bears fan, would you rather go 0-2 to the Lions, but you beat the Packers both games? They would take the 2 wins over the Packers.
I think.
Yeah, but in terms of, go ahead, Aiden.
Mathematically, if they beat the Packers this week, they're safe, right? If they beat the Packers, so it is like a real playoff game for them. But their schedule is hard, bro. Like, they're playing the Packers twice, the Niners once.
Exactly.
And I mean, we're hyping up the Bears, and I think the Bears are good, and I definitely don't think they're going to drop 4 of those games.
They've caught teams at the right time, too. Like, catching you guys without Joe Burrow was the right time to catch you guys. Catching the Jets when they basically had to play Fields was the right time to catch the Jets.
Damn, dude, this is a crazy... Because looking at this schedule, it wouldn't blow my mind if they lost 4 games here. And that could push them out of playoffs by losing 4 games here. And the Lions go on a run. And, I mean, Green Bay would be fine because they would have 2 wins against the Bears.
You're talking about complete meltdown, though.
I am.
And this Bears team doesn't look like it.
No.
But it's not out of the realm of possibility. Like,
no.
Those 4 games are easily 50-50 balls.
I think, though, the Lions are more likely to miss the playoffs than the Bears are to completely combust and miss the playoffs.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of the playoffs, we've talked about how, like, the AFC looks wide open. Like, it's anybody's game. Obviously, the Patriots, Broncos, and Jags are the 3 seeds at the top right now.
Well, it's Patriots, Broncos. Jags are kind of only in there because of the way their division is shaken up. They're similar to the Ravens and the Bucks.
That's fair, but it's just a weird picture.
8-4, though.
And so we haven't really talked about that kind of thing, though, in the NFC as much, because it's pretty much been the same teams that we usually see. But Eagles and Rams lose to teams who were below them this week. Does this change your mind about the NFC and maybe make it look a little bit more like the AFC, where it's kind of wide open in the NFC as well?
I think it's less wide open. I do still agree. Like, everyone's almost excluding the Panthers from this conversation. Like, they just beat the best team in football. You have the Seahawks, who are right there. They're fantastic. You have the 49ers, who, again, look great. You have the Lions in that chase. Like, I feel like the NFC is, like, the AFC and NFC are almost uncomparable, because the AFC has just been, like, who can hobble in here? And the NFC is, like, who wants to slash the other guy's throat and take the crown type deal. You know, does that make sense to you guys?
I 100% agree with that. I definitely think it's more of a let me squeeze in here versus I'm going to fight my way to the top, because the NFC is a much stronger division right now, for sure. Conference, sorry. But I'm looking at and I don't disagree, Carson. Like, if the Eagles drop a game, the Bucks drop a game, the Packers drop a game, now you're looking at the Lions, the Cowboys, and the Panthers all have possibilities to swap places. And I'm not saying I'm not saying every team has to drop a game and every team has to win, but it is crazy that there is 6 teams really competing for a playoff spot in the NFC. I think the Niners are safe. They got 9 wins. So I think the Seahawks are safe with 9 wins. The Rams, I think, are safe with 9 wins. And we just discussed the Bears that have 9 wins, that have a very difficult schedule coming up, but they should be safe. But this, I do think it is open. It's more open than it should be at this point. Like, I feel like it's never this open.
And think about this. You have 3 teams from 2 divisions two teams from one division, and then I'm blanking on the other division there. What is it?
The Bucks division will
The
probably
Bucks
just be one
division
team.
is two, but I'm saying like they have two
Well,
teams in contention.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Eagles,
Lions.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. They also have two teams in contention. So really, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 teams in contention right now. In the NFC, which I think all 10 teams, like any of those 10 who make it, are gonna be like the NFC is gonna be must-see football playoff wise, no matter who makes it.
I 100% agreed.
Like the
Yes.
Panthers making it is not exciting to me. Like I wouldn't hate to watch the Panthers in the playoffs. Now they're not my chosen favorites, but
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
they're like this is not
Just wanted
where
to see
anyone thought
somebody
that
new.
team would be. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Hence, like why I like the Bears so much. I think it's sick that a team that sucked for 50 years finally has a nice season to look at.
It's good for Chicago residents too. Like that is a good sports town when they're winning. I
mean,
100%.
They've seen playoffs 3 times in the last 30 years.
Doink.
Their last winning season was 8 years ago.
Jay Cutler, baby.
This is it is what a fun time to be a football fan. Man, I
Yeah,
hope the
it's
Bengals
great.
can do something.
Speaking
Not
of
this
fun,
week.
Texans go in to Indianapolis and they crawl out of there with a victory, 20-16. Before we even dive in here, let me get 3 things off of my Texan mind. First of all, that was not a pretty win. But what matters is it was a win. Okay? Second thing, that was the most egregious pass interference call maybe all season. There's been some
Doesn't
bad ones.
matter.
That was pretty bad.
Doesn't matter.
Third thing, Stroud played fine. We don't need Davis Mills to save our lives. Stroud played good.
Agreed.
Stroud played good.
He didn't play
Okay.
Davis Mills good, but he played good.
Now let me switch this
True.
on both of you. You've asked this question. Was this a bigger win for the Texans or a bigger loss for the Colts?
Man, I don't want to do the Aiden freaking.
No, don't fence it.
Damn, that's hard.
Because I have one clear as day.
Like,
I'm saying Texans to me because you come off of an 0-3 start and you only lose 2 games.
The only other team to make the playoffs off an 0-3 starts is the Houston Texans.
The Houston Texans. So, you know, they're 7-2 in the last 9 weeks. That is a great record. And I just feel like they're hot, you know, like it's just about winning right now. And for them to beat a divisional opponent who was once riding away with the season, that to me is huge because it shows that they are well within. The Bills win was great, but I wasn't necessarily shocked by it because of the defense, because it was a Thursday night game, because
our kicker missed a field goal.
Because you're going up against, they lost by more than a field goal. But
they
Davis
lost by
Mills
4,
isn't
if I'm
someone
not
he was
mistaken.
prepping for. Yeah, they did. A field goal. A field goal's 3 points.
Yeah, they missed one, and then if they kick the extra point, it goes to OT, and then you're dead, so.
If only. If only.
See you come playoffs, if you make it.
I think, I think it was bigger for the Texans. I think that it proved that they are a true contender in the AFC.
Okay, Aiden?
I'll take the other side of this coin. I think the Colts, not only this loss, but the last couple, these guys are riding so high, man. This was a team that, like, we were saying when they beat the Chargers in week 6, maybe 7. That's my bad. They were like, these guys were contenders, and watching them drop some of these games, and by no means the Texans I think has one of, if not the best defense in football. But watching them drop these games, like, it's gotta hurt the soul, man. This team was so ahead in their division.
Chiefs was a winnable game too.
Yeah, like they've just been dropping them left and right, and it really it's in the hands of Danny Dimes, I think. At the end of the day, if Jonathan Taylor is not
1-3
producing,
in the last 4 weeks.
Well, okay, can I bring to further Aiden's point, and I am on Aiden's perspective, where I think this to me has nothing to do with the Texans. This has everything to do with the Colts. Apparently, Danny Dimes is playing on either a broken tibia or a broken fibula. He's playing on a broken leg.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I just that's so funny.
Like, to me, hearing that goes, holy shit, this could all come crashing down. Jonathan Taylor hasn't looked great. Everyone's figured out their offense, which, I mean, it appears that way when you play a team like the Texans. But also,
I don't understand. It confuses me, and maybe I'm out of my mind. Okay, this is kind of going off of what you're talking about here, Jake. I'm not an offensive play caller, but I'm just thinking in my head, like, imagine Anthony Richardson gets.
Nope, did that last year. Don't want to.
No. Hold on, man, please.
I don't know. Let him do this, because I love this right now.
Let's give Anthony Richardson 30% of the snaps. Okay, take some of the weight off Daniel Jones. Between that other 70% of snaps, split it pretty evenly with JT, and then with AR in there, you can run pass options, but designed runs where like AR's out on a sweep with JT, like that kind of thing. Make a Wildcat formation package where, like, that's 30% of your offense going forward until Daniel Jones is fully healthy. I don't know why teams.
He's not going to be healthy
Justin
for the rest
Fields
of the year.
Was like a Wildcat player, and they ran that intentionally.
Love this. Like, you.
I love it, man.
That is
why
your
not
fix
use
for
these
every
guys?
team.
I'm so happy you
He's
said
warm
that.
in a seat on the bench.
Because after Jake just said how Danny Dimes is hurt, and my first thought was, I love the fact that they trust a injured, broken shell of a man, Danny Dimes, rather than putting Anthony Richardson out there to mess
That
the game
tells
up.
you how bad he is,
Yes.
though, man.
1,000% agree, Jake. No, Carson, you do not put Taysom Hill's a different breed. Okay, he's a different breed of man.
Quarterbacks need to be hot too. They're like pitchers. You don't throw a pitcher in for 2 innings, take him out, and then 4 innings later be like, all right, close out the game, buddy. Like, he's already had 4 beers on the bench.
If you want design runs, and maybe, you have a go route and it's a designed run, but the go route's open and AR is going to throw the ball, sure. But you're not running plays with AR. Like, you're not having guys run slants and curls and ins and outs. You're not trusting him to throw the ball. Obviously, they're not. Otherwise, they would sit a broken Danny Dimes. That's so funny, though.
Let me ask you a question. Do any of us consider this season because of Daniel Jones? Like, is there record in relation to Daniel Jones being...
You have to give him at least like 35-40% credit, I think.
That's like us, like, if the Seahawks lose out and us take away credit from
but that's
Sam
the thing.
Darnold.
Like, but the Colts might lose out. Like, they are on...
Danny Dimes is hurt. I hate to say it, like, he is.
But no matter
That's
which way
the
the ball
reason
goes,
he hasn't been running all season.
No matter
Danny
which way the ball
Dimes' legs
goes,
are not why they're losing games right
Carson,
now.
go throw
JT's
a football.
bottled up, and then Daniel Jones can't throw.
Carson, go
can't
throw
be
a
relied
football
on to win the games.
normally, and then go break your tibia, and then go throw a football. Tell me it's not harder. Like, what?
Yeah, but are we taking away from Danny Dimes' wins? Look, they do have 8 wins on the season. Like, and yeah, Jonathan Taylor has had multiple 3 rushing touchdown games. But we've also
to be fair,
nobody is fully.
like a 200-yard rusher per game with 3 touchdowns in
Okay,
each
No,
of
but
them.
he's
Like,
averaging over
Car-
220 yards passing a game.
we're
And he's
not arguing for him to be quarterback of the year or even put him in the top 10 quarterbacks.
bro, so is
We're
Matt
saying-
Jones.
But he's winning them games, is all I'm saying. And yes, now he's losing them. And if they do combust, I put just as much blame on them losing games as I did on them winning games. I think.
Listen, I don't even have a problem. I don't have a problem with Danny Dimes. Like, I actually
Sounds like you do, bro.
But no, I'm saying I'm defending Anthony Richardson, man. I'm never giving up on that guy. Never giving up.
All right, sign him next year, and you can have him come in when CJ Stroud gets hurt. Then have him lose 7 games for you instead of win 3 with Davis Mills.
You guys don't think that Justin Fields, Anthony Richardson, guys like that are like not athletic enough or worthy enough
I think
to
they're
be
athletic. I
in
just don't
games
think
because of like their skill? Like,
I
I
don't
just
think
don't get it. Taysom Hill comes in all the time and he looks like a bum, but obviously he brings an aspect to the Saints that nobody else can, and then
Carson,
they get big plays out of it.
you
Why
want
not
this
take in hold on. Why not take in Anthony Richardson, who can throw a ball 70 yards flat-footed, no step through, and a guy who is 240 pounds, 6'6", and can run through you in a Wildcat formation? Why not have plays where he comes in and just tries to make something happen? Same with Justin Fields. He's the fastest guy in the jet. Like, what's the problem with that?
because they did it for 2 years and it didn't work
As a
for them.
full-time starter, I'm saying put him in like a Wildcat formation.
Okay, let's
Carson,
let's
I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
have Aaron.
Like-
I'm not saying put Anthony Richardson in there because Daniel Jones sucks dick, and I want to see Anthony Richardson playing every single snap of every single game. I'm saying give him like design plays just like you do with JT because he's athletic enough to make plays still.
Because then
even if
they
he's
know what's
a bad
happening.
quarterback.
yes.
They know what's happening, though,
How?
if they bring him in. What do you mean, how? He's
How do they
either
know?
throwing a 60-yard pick or he's running the ball and getting stuffed for negative yards.
I do think
When
that's
you
the problem.
line up,
I would
running
send
back.
everyone if Anthony Richardson was on the field. There were teams last year, Carson, going, I think it was the Steelers saying, don't hurt Joe Flacco, or don't hurt Jesus Murphy. Don't hurt Anthony Richardson because we don't want Joe Flacco in. Think about that.
I think Mike Tomlin said that.
Yeah. They said, whatever you do, do not hurt Anthony Richardson because we don't want Joe Flacco in this game.
Carson, I think the real problem is the fact that if he comes in the game, the defense is going to go, he's either going to run the ball or throw the 60-yard bomb. And do you trust AR to throw the 60-yard bomb? Yeah, he can. He's athletic enough to do it. But he has a 42% completion percentage in the NFL.
Even on that
first of all,
trick play.
Anthony Richardson talk is insane to me.
First of all, those don't have to be the only 2 plays.
No,
okay, buddy, you're either going to launch it deep or you're going to run straight up the gut. Like, that's not the only options. Also, when Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor line up, are their options not pass the ball or run the ball? Like, I don't... Like, it's the same thing. You're just bringing a different athleticism to the play.
Okay, but then why not just start him then? Why not just start him?
Because Daniel Jones is a better quarterback.
Yes.
So then let's just not do it.
And Daniel Jones can run
Who's
the ball
more
too,
athletic?
dude. Yes, he is though. Dude, he had like what 500 yards on the last season with the Giants rushing. The guy can run the ball.
I feel like you guys are like defending Daniel Jones.
No, I'm defending the dumb idea that you just had.
How is that a dumb idea?
Because we just explained how it's a dumb idea. They're gonna call your bullshit. The defense will call your bullshit. We're talking about a guy who throws 46%. Yeah, they're probably gonna stack
the
the
NFL too,
and play man
like,
coverage.
There's a reason why no other team has done this, though, Carson. Like, there is a reason.
I think the only reason Taysom Hill does it successfully is because he's not a quarterback. He's a tight end. I think he's out there catching balls.
David
No,
Montgomery has touchdown passes. Jameson Williams does. Amon-Ra St. Brown does.
Yeah, the guy who played quarterback in college should be able to.
But we're also talking
Every
about
NFL player has almost played quarterback. Like, what are we talking about? 90% of them have played quarterback.
You ain't wrong, dude. No, the thing is, Taysom Hill. Look at the team he's on, man. We're talking about one guy out of 32 teams who's done it in the last 10 years. He was playing behind Drew Brees, who couldn't move, and now he's been on a bottom 5 team for the last 7 years.
If this was the new tush push idea, I'd agree with you.
If OCs thought it was a good idea, they'd be fucking running it. Obviously, they don't have faith in these guys passing the ball. Yeah,
they are smarter than us, too. Like, we just have to realize we're 3 idiots sitting in a basement right now talking about this. Like,
hey, I'm upstairs.
They are smarter than us.
I'm upstairs.
Some of us.
I'm upstairs, he says. I might be an idiot, but I'm upstairs, baby. Oh my!
I'm just surprised you guys don't go for that. I'm surprised.
No, because if that was my team, I'd be pissed. Because when my team went and they were playing the Chiefs and they decided instead of going for it on 4th down with arguably the third best quarterback of his generation, they decided to do a fake snap to Damar Hamlin, which completely blew up in their face. Ever since then, I'm fine with just being like, you want to know what? Let's either punt the ball or give it to our quarterback.
That's a little bit of a different scenario, but
not every team is the Lions last year. And that's fine. Let's move on. This sucks.
That's so funny, dude. I love that.
So you imagine some random viewer clicking in on this and then just hearing Anthony Richardson, Taysom Hill. They're like, what? This is an old episode.
Imagine being Anthony Richardson listening to that. Like, bro, they only want me to play one snap.
No.
Let me have one,
Anthony Richardson, I do.
The Edmonton Elks
at
are
least
calling.
3 snaps a game.
God.
Oh Lord.
This podcast
They are
rules.
answering.
He's going to be backing up for David Pindell in 5 years.
All right.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Rams Panthers. We already kind of alluded to this game earlier. Panthers beat the Rams 31-28. The reason that I want to bring it up is because the Lions, Cowboys, and Panthers are the 8 and 9 and 10 seed in that order. What team out of those 3? Never mind, oh, well, this team has the best statistical chance. You put your money on the line. What team do you think has the best chance out of those 3 to make the playoffs? This guy pretending to use a calculator?
Yeah, the Lions have the best chance.
Sorry, Panthers, Lions, and who?
Cowboys.
I mean, legit the Panthers.
Yeah, like actually mathematically, definitely the Panthers. They play the Bucs twice.
Who do you believe in?
Oh.
They're 2 separate questions.
I'm trying to ask the first or the second one. Who do you believe in out of those 3 teams?
What team is better or what team is mathematically more likely to make the playoffs?
Dude, I said this podcast
out of those 3 teams. Who do you believe in the most?
I believe in Dan Campbell the most. Therefore, the Lions. Who is more likely to? The Panthers. The Cowboys, if they win this week, then I believe in them. Therefore, I am the 3-way. I'm sitting on the corner of.
Therefore, I'm taking all 3.
Fudge.
Dude.
I mean, yeah, the Panthers. I think the Panthers. They have 2 ways to get in.
I just told you.
And I do believe that they have a really good chance to beat the Bucs twice, to be honest. The way the Bucs have been playing down the stretch and the way the Panthers have been playing down the stretch, I think the Panthers have a shot. And shout out your boy Bryce Young because he's proven me wrong.
All right. We're going to do this. Get your notepads out.
Hold on. What's your question here, pal? Because I got a question in the playoffs coming up in a second.
We're going to go through each team's
What
schedule.
quarterback is
and
the
you got-
cutest?
Okay, well, we all know it's Jared. Now stop.
From Subway.
All right. We're going to start off with the Lions schedule. Cowboys. Rapid fire, boys.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
Cowboys.
Win.
So loss win. At Rams.
Loss.
Loss.
Home against the Steelers.
Win.
At Vikings.
Win.
Bears. Last game of the
Loss.
season. Bears might not be playing for anything.
Win.
Okay, what do you have them at?
I have them going 10-7.
Okay, Carson.
9-8.
Alrighty. Cowboys. Let's get to their schedule. They have obviously at the Lions. Aiden says win. Carson says loss. Or Carson says win. Aiden says loss. Then they go to the Vikings. Or they're home against the Vikings, sorry.
Win.
Yeah. Win.
Chargers at home.
Win.
Loss.
At Commanders.
Win.
And then at Giants to close out the season.
Win.
What do you have them at, Aiden?
11-6-1.
Carson?
10-6 and wait, what? 11-6 and 1 is 18.
That's my bad. I have them at 10-6-1 then.
All right, and then let's finish with the Panthers. They have a bye this week, so then they go at Saints.
Win.
Yeah, win. Yeah.
Home against the Bucks.
Win.
Home against the Seahawks.
Loss.
Loss.
Buccaneers to end the season.
Loss.
What do you have them
think
at,
they're-
Aiden?
Winning
10.
outright.
10-7. 10-7. I think they're gonna steal the division again from the Bucks this year.
9-8.
And Carson, what do you have? 9-8. So Carson has the Panthers losing, the Cowboys getting the tiebreaker over the Lions, and Aiden, you basically have the Lions.
So that means
Correct.
I have the Panthers and the Lions making it then?
If we're going from these three teams, whoever has the better.
No, but in the way I just did it, the Panthers would win the division. So
Then
the
I
Bucks,
guess so,
the
yeah.
Bucks would get kicked down and the Lions would get kicked up. Yeah. Wow, dude, it's so close. It's so tight.
I think we can both agree, like all three of us can agree, the Cowboys have the easiest path to the playoffs if they win this week.
Yeah. I mean, it really does come down for the Lions and the Cowboys. This is just a playoff game. Whoever wins this has the opportunity to make playoffs.
I'm calling it right now. I think the Cowboys are in the playoffs.
All right.
Keep bouncing
Let's
first
move
round,
on, though. I feel like we've been dilly-dallying on these. We're at an hour 20.
Damn.
Okay,
don't even know what
I
we've
want you
talked about.
guys to do me a favor. Or actually, Jake, I guess, can you do that? Could you
want us
pull
to
up
do you?
the playoff brackets?
What do you want?
I want us to each go through our top 3 contenders in each conference. So they could be in the hunt, they could be in the wild card, or they could be one of the division leaders. So we can start with the AFC, and we can start with you, Aiden,
You guys
once he
see
pulls
this?
it up here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start with the AFC. Aiden, what are your top 3 teams to win a Super Bowl in the AFC?
This
as
is
of right now?
crazy. My 3 favorite teams looking at this right now that I trust to win games is the Bills, then the Pats, and I don't want to suck you guys off, but I think the next team's the Texans for me.
Wow.
I mean, they have to get in there, but I think I trust them more than the Colts, more than the Chargers, more than the Jags, more than Baltimore. The Broncos is a sneaky up and down team, but I've been saying that they're going to get bounced the first playoff game, so I'll stick with my guns. And yeah, I'll say Bills, Pats, Texans.
I will go Bills, Broncos, and I will also take your team, Carson, the Texans.
I do want Davis Mills playing, though. It'd make me feel a lot more comfortable.
Also, I agree.
I will also stick with you, Aiden. I'm gonna take the Pats, Bills, and then I'll stick with my home team as well. I think their defense is scary if they get into the playoffs. Okay, let's go to the NFC.
NFC's hard, man. NFC is hard, dude. Wow.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Rams, Eagles, Bucks. No, Rams, Eagles, Seahawks. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, I was not expecting the Bucks. You caught me off guard with that. I'm not gonna lie.
I do think they can turn it on. But they looked a lot better with Bucky. But the Bucks would be my 4.
And these are my 3 favorite to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. The Rams are number 1 for sure. Then it's the Packers, and then I think it's the 49ers.
Wow.
The 49ers sitting out of it at 9-4 is great. Like, not sitting out of it, but like not winning their division at 9-4.
And it's crazy that they even have that record.
They're third in the division.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Rams, Seahawks, Eagles as well, Jake. I'm gonna put the Eagles third though after a few bad losses.
Can we explain this a little bit?
What?
Just like the reason I'm staying away from the Eagles and Seahawks that you guys took. One is, I think the obvious is the Eagles have just kind of looked disappointing recently. There's not much more to say. I just feel like they've looked disappointing. And then the Seahawks, I think this is a great team, good defense, but I don't trust Sam Darnold when it comes playoff time. I think he's a good quarterback, but we've seen him in bright lights last year against the Lions, and he crumbled. And then in the playoff game, he crumbled. I don't trust him as much as I trust Purdy and the Packers team.
I think that for the Seahawks, the argument is it's a different team, it's a different roster, it's a different organization. Sam Darnold had that 4-pick game a couple weeks ago against the Rams, and they lost by a missed field goal. And that is a disappointing game for him. But afterwards, there was players on the team, shouting him out and just trying to get him, off the idea that was a bad idea. And they basically were saying that they're riding with him. I think that there's more momentum with them. And I think that, like, in terms of well-rounded teams, I think the Seahawks are probably top 3 in the league. And that is included with the Eagles and the Rams. Eagles, I still have them there because, they won the Super Bowl last year, and they didn't look good doing it last year other than Saquon again. There was still A.J. Brown conversations.
Well, they blew out the Chiefs and then also blew out the Commanders. They did look good
in the Super Bowl, but I'm saying their regular season was Saquon.
Which is why I think it's not crazy to take some of these lower... to me, it's not crazy to take the Bills after having some adversity to their season. Same with the Texans. You know what I mean?
I really like the Niners in the NFC.
That's why I'm not flaming you for having that take, man.
I think this Niners defense is underrated, and the quarterback situation's been back and forth, but no matter what guys in there has produced, CMC's having a crazy year again.
They're getting healthier.
Yeah.
I'm not flaming for those picks either. I'm just saying that, to me, if you win the Super Bowl, you get some credit for that. And I know that they have 2 bad losses in a row, but the Bears obviously have proven that they are a good team, and I just think that everybody has bad losses this year. They still have a good record. They still have great playmakers. I think it would be early to cut them out, but I don't hate either of those teams that you had mentioned, Abe.
Yep. Yeah, we all agree here.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the games, fellas. If you want to go...
Wait, that's what?
What?
Do you want to go over what was left?
I mean, you just skipped over my team, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Damn. Yeah, I'd like to, honestly, I'd like to talk about the Bills game, the Seattle game, and the Patriots game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. What? This is a football cup. Not English. Football podcast.
Okay, here, let's
Those are
sum
all
up the
three playoff
Seattle-Minnesota game. Seattle played a guy who was 10 years old and crushed him.
Well,
Okay, that's the end of that game.
No, can we
And you
talk
said-
about the fact that like no one thought it
You
could
said
get worse than
Patriots
9?
Giants?
Like no one thought it could get worse than 9, and then this guy comes out here.
Not
It
to
looks
mention,
like
Justin Jefferson got targeted, 3 times?
Yeah, something embarrassing.
He had 4 yards. That is the lowest yards Justin Jefferson has ever had in a game.
What do we expect? The guy... Nobody knows who that guy is who was playing quarterback.
Your grandmother could throw to
I can
Justin
name
Jefferson.
more backups than that guy. He's on the bottom end of...
I just thought it was hilarious how bad that guy was at football. And he's so bad right now that we're calling him that guy and not his actual name. That's how bad, because he'll never play again.
What his name
Tyler
is.
Shue got more respect on this podcast. And we still refuse to say his proper name.
Yeah.
Moving on, Giants, Patriots, if you want to get into that. Young-Ho Koo.
Thank you.
What the fuck?
What?
For those who don't know, he might have hit the 10-yard line. He might have hit 5 feet in front of that ball before he hit that ball. And then he said he choked up on it because the ball was bobbling.
The ball slipped like 3 inches, and he kicked 3 yards behind the ball and destroyed his ankle into the turf. And then it became a sack. Dude, that was one of the most embarrassing football moments I think I've ever watched.
And then Jackson Dart is just like...
Dog.
I mean, sacrificing the body is one thing. Taking those big shots earlier in your career is gonna probably catch up to you.
Yes.
And then he just, especially coming off of a concussion. And
but
then
dude, he came out in that press conference and was like, that's just the way I play football. It's physical.
This isn't soccer.
Yeah, this isn't. I was like, I love it. I love it, bro. If you want to die on the field for our entertainment, I love it. I'm here for it. He took that hit was disgusting. Like off both feet.
And by the way, not a penalty, but if you leave the pocket, you should be a normal player and you should be allowed to get fucking drilled.
Yeah.
Does anyone disagree with that?
Dude, if that was
no,
Mahomes,
100%.
Well, it would have been 35 flags and
bro,
the field would have turned yellow.
Bombed, dude. Yes.
An NBA court out there.
Oh my goodness.
That's all I have on that game.
All right, Carson. Now you can move on to
the Bills.
Bills game.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't know why I said that earlier. I was tripping.
Recap the game. What happened? What was the score?
Buffalo won 26-17 with Aaron Rodgers completing 11 passes. Why am I?
Why are you so
depressed?
Let me do it. Jesus.
Go ahead.
Jesus, man. I just hyped both your teams up this week, and this is the thanks I get? You beat us. We're off your schedule right now.
Buffalo goes into Pittsburgh, starts the first quarter off like, oh my God, is Josh Allen missing both eyes? Yeah. Then Aaron Rodgers is like, let me do one better. Absolute shits the bed. Josh Allen finds his footing. They beat the Steelers 26-7. And Keon Coleman is a dog, dude. A catch and a tutty for a yard? Come on.
Aaron Rodgers getting hit there might have been like, if Eddie Green Bay fan must have loved that. Oh my
Oh.
God, he got rocked.
Dude, did he break his nose? Like, he has, like...
It looked
Bro.
like it.
He's fucked up from that.
Oh, and playing
loved
with a broken arm too, like
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy.
We were saying before this was must win for both teams. It was nice to come out on top. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy over a Steelers win, but it was, I don't know, it was, I like when my team wins. Let me
I mean, the
rejoice.
Steelers are not
Because
terrible
I
by
will
any
be at
means.
an all-time low if we lose next week.
And, I mean, your defense obviously played well.
Looked
Yeah,
way better.
yeah, like, your defense played well, holding the Steelers to 7 points, which the Steelers aren't anything crazy, but 7 points in any football game is low. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, James Cook, dude, what, 30-something rushes?
Dude, that stutter
Oh
step
my
that he does.
God. 33, 34 rushes for like 150 yards. He
Yeah.
was on fire, dude. My fantasy was going ding 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 ding. It was amazing all night long, baby.
The best part about it is we didn't switch off of the shitty, let's just throw it 1 yard and then watch our guy get sacked. But except for this time, like, they weren't getting sacked. They were actually breaking free for the first down. So guess what's coming guess what's coming in this Bengals game? 30 screen passes. We're going to double down on it.
Oh, man, I hope we can stop Cook after a monster game like that. Jesus.
He has been, he either will destroy you guys or do nothing. Oh, and by the way, what's his name? Other running back there, not Ty Johnson. Wow, I'm blanking on
Ray
his name.
Davis?
Ray Davis, yes. Absolute stud, man. Need to see more of him. Get Ty
Yeah,
They have
Johnson
him on
out of
kick
there.
returns too.
He averaged over
Yeah.
6 yards a carry. I think he almost averaged 7 yards a carry.
Why is this always? All
He
roads
did, though.
lead
That's
back
actual
to
facts.
home. Yeah, that was a nice win. To go into the Steelers and win is always a nice feeling, even when they're the Steelers this year versus the Steelers and 5 years ago.
But they're still the Steelers. Like, the Steelers find ways to go 9-8, man. So to keep them from doing that feels nice.
Yeah,
At
to be
least for
one
me.
of the 8 is nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I have this week. I don't have anything else. Do we want to maybe check up? Let me check what Schefter's got. If you guys have anything else.
Yeah, Kirsten, how was obviously you were down for the weekend. How was the wedding and whatnot? What? It's a
Good.
podcast, bro.
It was
You get hammered or like?
no. I had to
No?
wake up early.
Yeah,
Flight in
dude.
the morning.
What time did you go to bed at Connor's house? Because they were shocked you left at 9:30.
Yeah, I was shocked that I left at 9:30. I left at like 8:30. And yeah, I was up till 3:45. This is a classic guy thing, okay? We're in his garage, just the three of us. And there's a volleyball that's fucking half pumped up. It's like a shitty blue ball. What do? We find a game. We find a game to play. So we're all sitting in lawn chairs around this table, maybe 6 feet from each other.
Oh, we've seen a
Plywood.
table.
Triangle.
Yeah, we've.
Yeah, rigged
Yep.
ass, dry fucking or
Yeah.
plywood and a frame of some kind.
Hey, that is
And-
the perfect guy table ever. Don't disrespect that table.
It's a great table. So we take this ball and we're just one-handing, passing it in a circle
That is difficult to do
around
with
the three of
Justin.
us.
Yeah.
It is. You know what number we got to? Take a guess.
9.
Take a guess how many we got in a row without
I
dropping.
was gonna go 7.
Are you serious?
Was it? Well, I literally feel like Justin would drop 1 in 3 every 3.
Justin was amazing at this for some reason. We got
That's
to
surprising.
174.
How close were you guys to each other?
Like 6 feet. Like, it's hard to...
Okay. So you all
How
didn't have to
long?
wear masks then.
How long did that take you, brother?
That took us we did that for like 2 hours.
Just dudes being
Fire.
dudes, man. Just
Yeah.
dudes being dudes.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was great. I didn't want to stop.
I do have some updates from Shefty. Darius Slay and Steelers have mutually agreed to part ways. Also, Thielen and the Vikings parted ways, but he was immediately claimed on waivers by the Steelers.
Look at that. Fixing problems with duct tape, as the Steelers do.
Well, I mean,
Duct tape.
I
That's
wouldn't
that
have been
green
upset if we
painter's
went and
tape
did
right
that.
there. Hey, we have a crack in the foundation. Oh, I got a painter. He can fix it. He's got tape.
You ever been to Orchard Park? That's how a team is constructed, the same as that building. Maybe I should take some glamour shots of the last little bit of it while I'm there.
Yeah, dude, you should maybe vlog a little bit. We can post that on there.
What up, guys? We'll be with my dad, his buddy.
Perfect, bro. You can borrow my camera.
No, this trip is for pure enjoyment, like to tell my kids about one day, not to not to run around in a Lions costume.
We need the footage if you lose, dude.
I will record some maybe some face reactions that we can play on here after.
Oh, but lovely. How lovely.
They might not all be usable. Anyways, we're gonna I think move on here, right? We're done here.
We're good, boys.
Yeah, we're good.
Do you guys got time for one quick dudes draft that just came to mind?
If you got
sure.
I'm down
we can.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Welcome to Dudes Draft of the Week. This week we're doing Dudes Draft of candy bars. We missed this from the Halloween episode weeks ago. We should have done. Aiden, seeing as you're the most Halloween-esque human right now, I will let you decide the order. This is just candy and like chocolate and all that shit. Okay. Not just like candy bars.
Well, we'll do my screen order. Carson, myself, and then Marsh at the 3.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, that's a big spot, dude. That is a big spot.
Yeah,
so I'm just gonna go with a classic. Just give me a Kit Kat bar.
Okay. I thought you were about to say Hershey beautiful. After.
So did I.
I was like, oh my gosh. No, great pick.
Yeah.
Not my personal one, but I like it.
I will take this. This could be controversial, but seeing how I'm already wearing the orange, let me get the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
No, that was gonna be my next pick.
I was contemplating.
Some people hate on the cup, bro.
No, they're insane.
The cup.
They're insane. Okay, give me the Snickers bar, and then give me peanut M&Ms.
Damn, M&Ms are so good, dude. M&Ms and popcorn. Oh, damn, I'm hungry now. That sounds so good. Ooh, okay. This is kind of just for us Canadians, and I guess across the pond in the UK, but they don't have this in many places in America. Give me the Arrow bar.
Oh, great pick.
I love an Arrow, dude. The way it just melts in your mouth.
Pause. Yeah, that's a good pick. That is a good pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Coffee Crisp.
Fire pick. Another good Canadian pick.
I'm going to take Coffee Crisp. This is where it gets tough because we're down to a lot of similar bars.
And you can go candy here too. Like there is candy on the board.
How wide open is the candy selection?
The candy is anything that you would get like in a Halloween basket, or you're going to the gas station and you're like, let me pick up this for a road trip or something like that.
So can I take Skittles in that case? Like,
yes.
Yeah, bro.
That's a great pick.
Give me Skittles.
Yeah, great pick.
And it's you again. Or did you just go twice? So you pick Coffee Crisp.
Coffee Crisp.
All right. I will take Sour Patch Kids.
That was my pick. That was my pick. Okay, give me. I hate that you did that. Okay, give me Sour Skittles. You guys fine with that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then give me a caramel. What you want
It's
to
like
argue?
drafting Bronny from LeBron, but
I'll pick some. Sour Skittles are better in my opinion, but anyways.
What's the best Skittle?
Sour Skittles?
No. What's the? It's like in a pack. Like you have cherry, lime, lemon.
Red.
I like grape. I like purple.
I agree. I'm a big grape guy.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard to find another grape fan.
It's great. Then give me.
I hate this podcast.
Give me the caramel bar.
Okay.
Another Canadian one.
That is, yeah. We're kind of heavy on the Canadian.
Obviously, though.
I don't know if I'm sticking. I don't know if it's actually Canadian or not. But give me the O. Henry. I love it.
It is too. That is a great pick.
We're heavy Canada over here, dude.
I mean, though. Like,
yeah.
O. Henry's good. It just I can obviously eat it. It tastes amazing, but like the shape of it, it's not very appealing to me.
What are you sucking on the fucking thing? Like,
have the Snickers?
No. I don't mean in that way. I don't mean in the way that it looks like a literal piece of shit.
Every candy bar does.
I'm sorry I'm not cut like a perfect square like your Kit Kat, bro.
Well, if you shit like this next one, then you have a problem. I'm going for a super underrated, under the radar pick. This guy is the Taysom Hill, since he's been big on this podcast, of chocolate bars, Toblerone.
And the crowd does not change.
It's okay. He is. I would agree. He's the Taysom Hill of chocolate bars. It's good.
He's the Zach Wilson of chocolate bars. Anything we missed, boys? We missed a bunch.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts with like the Lin chocolates that you get at Christmas time. I don't know if that
Ferrero
counts.
Rochers.
Yeah, but like, you would never get that on Halloween, to be fair. Whether Starburst, I like Starburst.
You guys ever had Rolo?
Rolo, yeah. That was the other one I was thinking of picking.
I haven't had that in so long.
Yeah. No. A bad one, but like one Milk Duds. Those things suck to eat, dude. That's a chore.
That just hurts your teeth.
They taste good though.
Yeah, but like at what cost?
Yeah, you can just go get like any other chocolate.
Chocolate treat, man. It's not a fucking
chocolate treat. All right, this has been Dude's Draft of the Week.
Here we go.
Oh, fuck. All right, anything else before we wrap up here?
OKC is the best NBA team in the last.
All right, let's move on.
16
Aiden,
years.
where can everyone
We should talk NBA tomorrow. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, all at the Huddle Podcast, and we'll see you soon, later this week.
Carson, take this one away.
James Cook.
Davis Mills.
Nope. Taysom Hill.